I'm Sylvia Gonzalez. I'm here at the largest single-day commutation in history. I'll have more about how this went at 4:30.
It's definitely beginning to look a lot like fall out here, but we are not done yet with cooler temperatures, and we have some rain moving in this week. I'll get you all prepared for that coming up on UCentral News.
All that and more coming right up. UCentral at 4:30 starts now. Welcome to this edition of UCentral News. I'm Mardiana Malik.
And I'm Jay Mays, filling in for Devin Bass.
And an important day in the ongoing impeachment effort. For the first time, witness testimony is being released from the House's closed-door hearings. One testimony released was from the former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine. In it, she said she was warned by top Ukrainian officials that there was a smear campaign against her led by allies of President Trump.
In an update to an ongoing investigation, a federal appeal court has ruled that President Donald Trump's tax returns can be turned over to the state criminal investigators. This is following after an appeal filed by Trump's lawyers against a federal judge's ruling that ordered Trump to hand over his tax returns last month. The tax returns are being sought after a part of investigation into hush money payments made to two women who claimed to had an affair with Trump. The president and his lawyers are expected to appeal the court's decision again, this time by the Supreme Court.
And a defamation lawsuit is being filed against President Trump. Longtime Elle magazine columnist E. Jean Carroll alleged that he raped her in a dressing room in the mid-1990s. The lawsuit was filed Monday in New York Supreme Court, accusing Trump of making false and defamatory statements by denying the incident, saying that he has never met her, even though there was photographic evidence to the contrary. He in turn accused her of using the story for financial gain and publicity for her memoir, and insulted her physical appearance as well. In a statement, she said, quote, "I am filing this on behalf of every woman who has ever been harassed, assaulted, or spoken up only to be shamed, fired, ridiculed, and belittled. No person in this country should be above the law, including the president."
And moving back into Oklahoma, it was a historical day here across the state.
Yes, it was. UCentral's Sylvia Gonzalez is in the studio with more on that. Sylvia?
That's right, and a big day for the Oklahoma government as the state released hundreds of inmates. I was in Oklahoma City to witness this release. Today, history was made. Friends and family came together and reunited with their loved ones across the state. 462 inmates with low-level drug and property crimes were released from prison in Oklahoma, making it the largest single-day mass commutation. Here at Kate Bernard's Correctional Center in Oklahoma City, 15 inmates were released.
People out there really understand that we're not just bad people and criminals, whatever. Just, you know, I don't know, I'm just so nervous right now.
This was a result of a bill signed by Governor Kevin Stitt earlier this year. Oklahoma has the highest incarceration rate in America. Stitt made reducing this number his priority. In Oklahoma City, Sylvia Gonzalez, UCentral News. Well, today was a historical day. It was also an emotional day for many people in Oklahoma. Mariana, Jay, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Sylvia. And Edmond police are still looking for two men they believe are in connection to a burglary that happened last week. In this surveillance video, you can see the two suspects attempting to get inside the Peak dispensary in Edmond. This attempt was unsuccessful, but about an hour later, officers responded to a burglary alarm at the cannabis refinery dispensary, where at least $6,000 worth of merchandise was stolen. Edmond police believe that these cases are connected, but they're still unsure if both cases were committed by the same people. If you have any information at all, please contact the Edmond Police Department. UCentral will keep you updated as this story develops. And this weekend across the nation, the coldest air of the season has moved into the East Coast and the Deep South with snow flying near the Great Lakes. The Arctic blast is expected to move into the Midwest and hit us right here in Oklahoma Wednesday into Thursday. National reports say that this will be the coldest air of this fall season so far. But today, the weather has been nice and sunny so far. Jay, tell us, what is it like outside?
Yeah, Martiana, guess what? It's the first week of November. Is it too early for Christmas music? I don't know. Hey, we have to get through Thanksgiving, right? So far, the temperatures right now is pretty good, 60 degrees. The winds from the north-northeast at 3 miles per hour is going to feel like 60. The humidity is at 46%. Let's go ahead and take a look right now across the state. 63 in Guymon, 56 in Woodward, 58 in Enid, 60 in OKC. And let's look down the eastern part of Oklahoma, 63 in McAllister, 66 in Idabel. And as we go over into tonight, go ahead and take a look at tonight real quick there for us. Oh, there we go. 41 degrees tonight. So we're going to drop significantly. Winds from the northeast at 7 miles per hour. It's going to feel exactly like 40 degrees and humidity at 50%. So tonight, hey, it's going to be a little bit chilly, but so far, we do have some rain coming in soon, and we'll take a look at that later on in the show. So.
Okay, great. And moving on to more holiday news now that we're in November and the holidays are just around the corner. It's the season of giving. The Edmond Police Department is hosting a donation drive to grant kids their Christmas wishes. The Cops and Kids donation drive accepts funds all year long and will give 65 kids the chance to shop with an officer on December 15th. If you're interested, you can drop off or email donations to the Edmond Police Station. And calling all Edmond residents, here's your chance to voice your opinions with a new online tool. The city is now using a web software that gives you the chance to provide feedback on questions concerning city improvements. The city already posted a couple of surveys which you can answer right now, which includes the design of a new public space in downtown and possible developments for Broadway Avenue.
And with cold weather coming in, the flu season is around the corner. UCentral News' Amanda Sue has more on the flu impacted Oklahoma and how to protect ourselves from the flu.
Spring, summer, fall, and winter. These are 4 seasons that most people around the world are familiar with. But America actually has a 5th season, and that season is flu season.
While the flu doesn't run on a strict schedule, the CDC states that flu activity is most common during fall and winter. They also state that flu season often begins in October or November and can last till May. And even though the season just started, Oklahoma has seen its own spread of the disease. In the latest flu index released by Walgreens, Oklahoma is ranked number 7 in a top 10 list of U.S. states with flu activity.
That wouldn't surprise me. We're seeing a lot of flu. We saw a couple cases even yesterday, and it wouldn't surprise me if I saw some more today.
The Oklahoma State Department of Health has reported the first flu-related death for the season. They have also reported 53 flu-related hospitalizations so far, with 8 new cases just in the last week.
One of the hallmarks on a presentation of the flu is people complain of really severe myalgias or body aches, like their joints hurt. And oftentimes you see a pretty good fever, 101 to 102 at times.
And while most of the hospitalization cases in Oklahoma involve those who are 50 years old and above, the flu doesn't discriminate. So, what can Oklahomans and UCO students do to protect themselves from the flu?
The important thing is that people continue to get their flu shots and maintain basic hygiene to help minimize the risk of spread of the flu.
So whether you are at the OU Medical Center here in Edmond, or you're at the OU clinic here on the UCO campus, there are resources available for you to fight the upcoming flu season. So if you haven't gotten your flu vaccine yet, you might want to give it a shot. In Edmond, Amanda Sue, UCentral News.
Thanks, Amanda. Be sure to get your flu shot soon to protect yourself from the upcoming flu season. And speaking of shots, the Women's Research Center for LGBTQ+ Students Center are here today and here to talk with us. So welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you for being here. And today we have Anna Marie Lopez, the Assistant Coordinator for Sexual Health Ambassadors on campus, to tell us more about this event. So first of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And tell us about this clinic and what is the reason behind this event?
Yes, so it is this Friday from 9 to 12, and it's important because we have students that are sexually active on UCO's campus, and we want to prevent them from the HPV viruses that can possibly cause cancer.
And so how can students receive the vaccine?
So students up to age 26 and younger, all genders, whether or not they have insurance, are able to come get this vaccine.
Okay, so for those who don't know, could you explain what the Women's Research Center and BGLTQ+ Center on campus is doing for our students?
Right, so the center is all about education, inclusivity, and awareness. So we provide UCO sexual health education on campus, free condoms, lube, clothing, and we really just want to help our students.
Great.
Oh, great, awesome. And aside from this event, there will be an office that have an upcoming events as well.
Yes, so
Yeah.
for the upcoming events, so this Wednesday we have the Safe Sex Carnival and the Slut Walk. That is at 6 o'clock in Thatcher 106, and overall the center is open Monday through Thursday, 10 to 6.
What is the Slut Walk going to be about?
So that's about being able to be confident at night and to support everyone in expressing themselves however they wish.
Okay, that's awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are doing that on campus.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you so much. And if you want to get a HPV vaccine, the clinic will take place in room 106 at Thatcher Hall from 9 a.m. to noon this Friday, November 8th.
And for more coming up tonight, I'll give you some details on the temperatures that are going to be coming in for us.
That's right. Stick with us, Broncos.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hello everyone, welcome back to your UCentral weather. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's temperatures across the state, shall we? 40 in Guymon, 32 in Woodward, 40 in Clinton, 42 over there in Lawton. Let's go ahead and take a look at the eastern part of Oklahoma. Oklahoma City at 41, Miami at 38. Miami's getting there pretty cold pretty quickly. 40 in Tulsa, 46 in McAllister, and 52 over there in Idabel. Let's go ahead and look at tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's going to be pretty cool for us. It's at 63 degrees. The winds are coming from the northeast at 6 miles per hour. It's going to feel like 60. The humidity is going to be a little bit high for us. It's going to be about 60 degrees. So as we're entering into November, so we're going to be pretty good so far. And let's go ahead and look at tomorrow across the state there for me. Tomorrow across the state, 62 in Guymon, 60 in Woodward, 64 in Clinton. In the eastern part of Oklahoma, let's take a look real quick. 66 in McAllister, 65 in Tulsa, and 61 in Miami. So I'll go ahead and toss it back to you, Mariana, what we have coming up later on.
Thanks, Jay. And up next, we wish a very happy birthday to the famous cowboy Will Rogers. And Google had an interesting way of honoring the Oklahoman. All that and the latest trends online with UCentral's Blade Pfeiffer coming up right after the break.
Innovative graduate degree is now here at the University of Central Oklahoma. I'm one of the first to explore it. It's called the Professional Science Masters, or PSM. The computational program helps math, science, and engineering students find their edge. Combine graduate courses in a STEM field with MBA classes. Gain skills that are cutting edge and relevant. The program is flexible and convenient with locations downtown Oklahoma City and Edmond. Connect to Central. Advance your career with the Professional Science Masters.
Ride on a wave or climb above trees. See something new in the land of no boundaries. In a state with the most diverse terrain, it's all fun and games. Plan it all at travelok.com. Come see for yourself where you've never gone.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation happen.
Double points with every purchase?
Cleverly merging promotions.
Love it.
Cross-referencing travel sites. And booking all your flights with those...
Vouchers. I got us bumped.
They were like, oh. But now they're like... Aloha. You aced this vacation. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
UCentral Radio.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to UCentral News. I'm Blade Pfeiffer, and here is your social media update. First up, trending in Oklahoma City, it is Will Rogers' 140th birthday. Google celebrated Mr. Rogers with his very own Google Doodle today. For those of you that don't know, Will Rogers is an Oklahoma native that is often referred to as America's cowboy philosopher. Rogers started his career by touring around the world, riding horses, and performing rope tricks as the Cherokee Kid. He then furthered his career by debuting as an actor and filmmaker. Rogers was also known for hosting his own radio show and writing best-selling books about American life and the issues of the time. Rogers died in a plane crash when he was 55 and is memorialized in Oklahoma as the namesake for the Will Rogers World Airport. Next up, trending today, former One Direction member Harry Styles announced that he will be dropping a new album in December. The singer has been teasing new music for weeks on his Twitter. Last month, he simply posted the word "do," and last night he posted this picture saying, "Do you know who you are?" Followed by a link that takes you to a cryptic website that prompts you to put your name into a search bar. Once you put your name in, this message saying you are the fine line pops up. However, just a few hours ago, the singer cleared up suspicions and confirmed on Twitter that his new album will be called Fine Line and be released on December 13th. It will be the second album for the singer. Are you guys excited for Harry Styles' new album? Let us know in the comments on our Facebook page at UCentral. Also in the music world today, Selena Gomez has earned her first #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 song list for her brand new song, Lose You to Love Me. This comes 10 years after her first appearance on the Hot 100 list with her song, Tell Me Something I Don't Know, at number 58 in 2009. She has definitely come a long way since then. Also on the list, Lizzo's new song, Good as Hell. Lizzo is currently getting backlash from Twitter users because the song on the Billboard chart does not have Ariana Grande listed as a featured artist. Just within the past 2 hours, the hashtag Lizzo is over party has started trending on Twitter. The original song came out 3 years ago, and the remix featuring Ariana Grande came out less than 2 weeks ago. Do you guys have an opinion on this? Be sure to let us know in the comments. And that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure to follow us on social media so you don't miss out on anything UCentral News. Give us a follow on Twitter at UCentral Media and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/UCentral. Hope you all have a great day. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Blade. And this weekend, the UCO football team had a record-breaking performance. So when we come back, UCO's Logan Long gets your head in the game with more details and all things sports.
So stick with us.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at SheCanSTEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Welcome back, Bronco fans. I'm your host, Logan Long, and welcome to this edition of UCentral Sports. We have some big news coming from the gridiron. UCO quarterback Chandler Garrett set a new school record for total yards of offense in a game as he led the Broncos to a 52-27 win over Missouri Southern on Saturday. Garrett finished the day with 487 yards of total offense. 252 of those yards came on the ground, which set a new school record for the most rushing yards in a game by a quarterback and is the second most rushing yards by a player in school history. Garrett also had 4 rushing touchdowns in the game and added to his record-breaking day with 215 yards through the air. UCO is now 4-5 on the season and will turn its attention to the final regular season game. The Broncos will host Northeastern State this Saturday in the annual battle for the President's Cup. The UCO soccer team beat Rogers State 1-0 on Sunday afternoon in the final game of the 2019 regular season. The Broncos finished the regular season with a record of 12-4-2 and a record of 7-4 in the MIAA. UCO has clinched a spot in the MIAA tournament that starts on Friday, but the Broncos won't know who they play until Tuesday when a makeup game will be played between Central Missouri and Fort Hays State to decide the 4th seed in the tournament. A win by Central Missouri and UCO would play Fort Hays State on Friday. A win or a tie by Fort Hays State would result in the Broncos traveling to Topeka, Kansas to open the playoffs. Now we'll shift to the mat, where the UCO wrestling team dominated in its season opener. Noah McQuigg and Kaylin Winkler scored first period falls, Garrett Byer added a second period pin, and the number 13 ranked Broncos steamrolled Drury 41-3 Sunday afternoon at the Hamilton Fieldhouse. The Broncos recorded 4 other point wins in the season opener, with the lone loss being a last-second upset at 141 pounds. The Broncos returned to action Saturday, going to Oklahoma City in the OCU Open. And now we'll shift to the water, where the UCO rowing team hit the water for the final time this fall on Saturday. And they took home 3 top 6 showings in 2 competitions at the Tulsa Invite. UCO finished 6th and 12th in the varsity 8+ race, while finishing 3rd and 5th in the Novus 4+. UCO is off for the remainder of the fall and will pick back up in the spring with a 2K race. UCO will enter the spring as the 2-time defending national champions in Division II. Well, that's all the time I have for sports today, Broncos. I hope you have a great day. Marty, Anna, Jay, what do we have coming up after the break?
Thank you, Logan, so much. And don't leave just yet because we have some chance of some rain moving in this week, and I'll get you prepared for that.
That's right, so stick with us.
Whomever you want to be, wherever you want to go, UCO's College of Business can help get you there. Our degree programs and dedicated faculty will help you gain the knowledge and skills you need to connect to the future of business.
Because of UCO's College of Business, I've been able to be successful in business and in leadership. They take that time for situational things to prepare you and give you the tools, essential needs, and skill sets that's going to set you up for success in the future.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You can live all you ever wanted.
Larger than life is what we've made Oklahoma City, with a spirit that says, go for it.
You can have all you ever wanted. You know you could.
We are one of the oldest institutions of higher learning in Oklahoma.
We are teaching tomorrow's leaders. We are champions.
We're the first forensic science program of its kind in the state.
We are making school rock.
We are the leaders on campus today and in our communities tomorrow.
We are reaching new heights in the fine arts.
We are tomorrow's business innovators.
We are learning to prevent illness and promote health in our community.
We are all this and more. We are Central.
Welcome back to UCentral News, and let's get our last look at weather. So, Jay, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, so far, the month of November, Oklahoma is just not making up its mind right now. So, for tonight, 41 degrees, and Tuesday is perfect, it's sunny, but then Wednesday and Thursday, we have about 50% chance both days to have some rain, where, as you see, it goes from 65 to the next day, 45, and Oklahoma is just going up and down. And so also, in case you didn't know, yesterday was daylight savings time for us. So you may have noticed that your clock in your car, or even like I was on my laptop and like my clock said 2 o'clock and I thought I was late for my class because it started at 2 and I was like, oh my goodness. So make sure that you set your clocks back. That way, you know, you don't lose track of time and think that you're late. So you actually gain an extra hour of sleep for us. So that's great.
And for anyone who's actually working late over the weekend, if you were clocking in or out, remember to clock in your extra hour so that you get your worth for your work.
Yeah, get that money, definitely.
Exactly.
Get some money.
More often, you know. You just keep pushing it back. Just get more, just get more money. Just
more money.
More hours.
Yeah,
for sure.
And shifting on to social media, I know Blade here has been a really loyal fan of Selena Gomez, and he was just talking about her just now.
Really?
Yes.
How's her new music? What do you think?
I love it. I think it deserves the #1 spot on the Billboard Top 100. What about you guys? Have you guys listened?
I think it's really good. Have you guys heard it?
I actually haven't heard it, but I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. So you may be Selena Gomez, but I'm Taylor Swift. So
I mean, you can like both of them, you know.
Okay.
So you think Taylor's better?
He's a loyal.
Yeah,
fan.
I'm a loyal fan. I'm a
Swiftie.
TK fan. Is what they call it.
Okay, what about you?
I haven't listened to it yet, so I can't really give much input. But
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you guys have an opinion on the Lizzo?
I'll take Blades. I'll take
Blade's side?
I mean, he seems to know what he's talking about. Maybe, I don't know.
He kinda, yeah.
I'm only the social media anchor, so.
But about that Lizzo story, though.
That was crazy. That actually started trending while I was writing the story for this newscast. So.
Yeah, and I think it's like people are so petty nowadays about like fans coming for each other. I think everyone should just chill out. Fandoms should just chill. Yeah. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of UCentral News.
Make sure to add us on Twitter and UCentral Media on Facebook at UCentral.
Have a great night, Edmond.